Hello.
Congratulations on the win. You've had a few moments to reflect. How are you feeling about that performance?
Yeah, good. I feel good. Yeah, I'm happy.
It seemed like you just were much stronger than her and were able to sort of ragdoll her around. Were you expecting that going in, or was that something you just felt in the first minute and kind of went, oh, cool?
I feel like I always have a pretty good strength advantage. I've really, ever since I was like 15, I've been very focused on my strength and conditioning. I work with Power and Through back home, so I'm very lucky to have such a high-level guy behind me with that. So I never really ever questioned that or doubt that. So going into a fight, I always kind of feel strong.
We won't talk about the submission just yet, but did you think it was going to end in a submission when you were pre-planning this fight?
Yeah, I definitely visualized like a submission. I said I was willing to finish it wherever I needed to, but I kind of knew that just the way my style is and how all my previous fights have been, I knew that was likely to be on the ground.
That said, Von Flue choke, first woman in the UFC history to get it. When it was sort of presenting itself to you, were you getting excited, like, ooh, go on?
At first, I was like, okay, I'm here. Like, I'll give it a try. Worst case, I get out of her clinging onto my neck. And then I heard her corner freaking out, and I heard her breathing getting heavier. And then she shouted at her corner, like, "I'm trying to get out." And I was like, oh, this is deep. And then, yeah, I've never finished a Von Flue before, so I was like, oh, this would be pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That's kind of a bad poker face for her, though, to be like, "I'm trying to get out." Is that not a bit of a tell that she was in trouble?
Yeah, I think if anything, that was like that definitely made me squeeze on that a little bit harder. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. You didn't take much damage, if any. When would you like to get in there and fight again?
I'm gonna, take tonight to chill with my team, go away, look at the fight. And it was only like a round and a bit, but I'm sure there's plenty to work on. There always is. Take at least a few weeks to work on the improvements that need to be made, and then I'm sure I'll sit down with the coaches, see what they offer us, and have a look from there. But nothing really in mind as of yet. Just gonna take things as they come.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Hey, Cory. With Miranda coming off such a long layoff, what was the prep like? Like, were you kind of watching her old stuff? Like, were you expecting her to come, be new and improved? Like, what was the process like?
I always expect the best from my opponents. No one is the same fighter going in there, especially at this level. Like, every fight is the biggest fight of our lives. So I was expecting her to come out strong, so to have made some significant improvements. Obviously, like say, she's had a long layoff. Did watch tape and everything, obviously saw some tendencies and stuff, but I try not to fixate too much on my opponents going into the fights. Like, I have such a great team behind me that I'm confident that, as long as I'm listening to them and doing what needs to do to improve myself. Sorry, my fight's on the TV and I'm getting distracted. I feel like I could do what needs to be done to get the win in there, So I like to focus a little bit more on myself anyway, and I expect every opponent to come in, the best fighter they've ever been.
You snapped the dreaded Welsh curse right now. Jack had lost and Mason had lost, but you snapped and got the win. How does that feel?
Yeah, I'm real happy. Those guys are high level. They'll bounce back. They're fighting at the highest level, and I know they're training like mad hard. So, yeah, they'll bounce back too. I've got no doubt of that. They're great guys. So, but yeah, it feels nice to break that trend.
And then finally, for me, with the Contender Series coming back and your anniversary is coming up on Monday of your 2-year anniversary, I just wanted to know, kind of reflect on that night of you winning and getting the contract and just kind of just being in the UFC for 2 years.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's flown by. I'm very grateful to be here. This has been my dream ever since I was for the past 12 years. So I'm very lucky to be where I'm at, and that's kind of why I want to just take the time to enjoy it and really appreciate where I'm at right now.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Am I done?
Okay, awesome.
Thank you. Can I mic drop?
Yes.